Project scope management, as you know, is one of the important knowledge areas of detailed knowledge areas that we have in PMBOK. If you compare project scope management with the PMBOK previous edition, the previous one, there hasn't been much of a change in this particular knowledge area except for the addition of a few tools and techniques, which we will talk about. Of course, there are certain tailoring considerations that are added, which we will also be touching upon as a part of this webinar. In today's webinar, I'm sure I'll be able to give you an overview of scope management and the different processes associated with it. So, with this agenda, let's get started with project scope management. Project scope management is one of the knowledge areas that we have out of the 10 knowledge areas covered as a part of the PMBOK. When you prepare for the PMP examination, you will definitely be referring to the latest edition. Today's webinar and training are based on the latest edition of PMBOK itself. There are a total of 49 processes and 5 different process groups that we talk about, along with 10 knowledge areas. When you appear for the exam and prepare for PMP certification, you will study all of these 10 knowledge areas, 49 processes, and 5 different process groups. One of the knowledge areas we are covering today as a part of this webinar is scope management. As part of scope management, I'm sure you may have a lot of basic and fundamental questions around this knowledge area, and I believe you will be able to get answers to many of them. Largely, as you would know and agree, the scope management process covers how we define the scope of a project, how we go about controlling it, and it focuses on the kind of output we aim to deliver by the end of the project. What outcomes are we trying to achieve for our stakeholders? What benefits of the project are we trying to help our stakeholders achieve? What is the result or outcome we are working toward? If you look at it, whenever we work on any project, the result of the project is some deliverable. The deliverable could be in the form of a physical product being launched in the market, a service, or a result that has been produced. This result or product will ultimately help stakeholders achieve the outcomes they desire. There could be various outcomes stakeholders want to achieve. For example, if you are launching a product in the market, stakeholders may want to achieve customer satisfaction. That is the outcome of the product that you are working toward. Outcomes are defined by stakeholders, while deliverables are determined by the team, ensuring they produce the deliverables in line with the expectations agreed upon between the team and the stakeholders. As a team, it is also important to understand the benefits the project offers to stakeholders. This is how these 3 elements, outcomes, deliverables, and benefits, are interlinked. Now, when we talk about scope, we have to consider both product scope and project scope. There is a product life cycle and a project life cycle. To give you an idea, the product life cycle is much longer and more extensive than the project life cycle. When we produce any product, we undertake a project, and the outcome of the project is the product. However, once we start working on that product, its life cycle extends much further, and multiple projects might be undertaken within a product's life cycle. For example, if you have already launched a product in the market and now want to build an enhancement on top of it, you might undertake a small project for that purpose. Let's say you are introducing CRM sales management software in the market. It's already there, and you have defined the product scope, what features and functionalities should be included as a part of the product offering. If the product is in sales management, you would want to build capabilities that help customers use your product in a way that fulfills their needs and requirements. This ensures that your product is capable of delivering value from the customer's point of view. Now, when we talk about a project, it can be undertaken for various purposes. One purpose could be enhancing an existing product already in the market. You might undertake a small project to build a minor enhancement, completing it within an agreed time frame of 2, 3, or 6 months, depending on the agreement with the customer. In this case, the project scope is the enhancement you have agreed upon, while the product scope is based on the overall product you are building and launching in the market.